Well, more details about Brooklyn Beckham's troubled relationship with his family have come to light.
Let's get some more. Here's our entertainment editor, Peter Ford. Hey, Pete. We're learning that this feud started actually a long time ago.
Yes, and a lot of people are being offered various incentives to tell their stories and share their memories, and Hannah Cross is one of those people. And she actually went out with Brooklyn for about 18 months, and she in the past has been offered a book deal to talk about it. Now, she's indicated she always believed that Brooklyn was the black sheep of the family, and she says she witnessed various incidents in which she could tell that there was really trouble in paradise. Now, previously, she's been warned against doing a book, saying it's not worth your while for whatever money you might get. But it's believed, once again, people may be going to her saying, will you share your story for a price? So, meanwhile, we have two documentaries that are landing. One is just gone to air in England right now for Channel 4. The other one is with Channel 5, going to air over the weekend. That one does feature Rebecca Luce, the alleged former mistress of David Beckham. He's never sued her, but nor has he ever confirmed that there was an affair. So this grab I'll show you is from the Channel 4 doco, just going to air in the UK now. All sorts of people from the past, even his old rugby coach is being interviewed, schoolmates. Everyone's trying to get a picture of what's gone wrong. This is the doco.
This visceral, heartfelt posting was a nuclear bomb at the heart of Brand Beckham.
A shocking rift confirmed.
David and Victoria, they are distraught, like absolutely distraught.
For those who knew Brooklyn Beckham as he grew up, it was years in the making.
There were paparazzi around him pretty much every day. I could see that he would get visibly distressed and anxious.
As the battle Beckham rages, the scrutiny intensifies.
Under stress, the microsignals will come to the fore. The brand can't control that.
And the brand is back in business, folks, because today it's been announced that David Beckham has signed a 20-year deal with the perfume company. And he, of course, has got various scents and eau de colognes out already. You're going to have a lot more of those over the next 20 years. Victoria has launched her new range of eyewear, sunglasses primarily. So, yeah, you know, get that cash register working again.
Apple Music, Pete, has gone head-to-head with an Australian politician. What's happened?
Yeah, what a week it's been for Pauline Hanson in the news cycle. She's had so much publicity, all to do mainly with this movie, the super progressive movie, the animated feature, with cancellations of it in Melbourne and Hobart, and then both were reinstated. Melbourne was last night. We saw Holly Valance, who's done a reworking of her song Kiss Kiss from 24 years ago. We saw that go back to the top of the iTunes charts, and then suddenly it was disappeared. It disappeared from Apple Music. No great explanation for it. It would seem that there must have been complaints, or there may have been some pressure, and they decided, no, we don't want you to hear that. Now, critics of that will say, well, the song, I might tell you, it's a bit raunchy. It's a send-up, it's a parody, a satire. Not everyone's going to like it. But nonetheless, if you look at a music catalogue of someone like Apple Music, people will say, you won't let us hear that, but you've got the entire back catalogue of Gary Glitter, Rolf Harris, P. Diddy, R. Kelly, the list goes on. So it was a strange move, I thought, on Apple Music's part to take it down when it was selling really well. Because the old thing is, this is all good publicity, and I think that's what Pauline's probably thinking, because, you know, there's nothing better in a promo to be able to say the song they didn't want you to hear or the movie they didn't want you to see. So I don't know that's necessarily going to have the effect of closing down this movie and the spin-off music.
Yeah, the song was full of hate, Pete. So I like under hate speech, I think that's why it would have been pulled. It was. Did you listen to it? It was
rough. Oh, I agree. It was rough.
Awful.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you start saying that's not acceptable, you want to go through the lyrics of a lot of the rap artists where they're using every word possible, where they're preaching violence. There's a lot of nasty stuff out there.
Anyway, anyone needing support from anything raised in that story can contact Q Life. 1800 184 527, and that's the number on our screen now.
OK, let's move on, Pete. And Aussies are dominating Hollywood as Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi promote Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, this publicity machine's just taking off, and it's going to be massive, I think. So they had the big LA premiere, and as you say, those two stars looked fantastic. Wasn't sure about Jacob with the chewing gum. Maybe we could, ditch that. It just didn't quite go with the look on that red carpet. But nonetheless, he looked great. Margot looked stunning, and not to mention that she also was wearing Elizabeth Taylor's Taj Mahal diamond. That's worth $8.8 million. So that was Richard Burton gave it to Elizabeth Taylor for her 40th birthday. Not to say for a second that Margot now owns that. She's doing very well, but I don't think she actually does own that. But she also was wearing the red cape that Elizabeth Taylor actually wore in the movie The Taming of the Shrew. There you can see that there. Just a stunning classic Hollywood look. So if you're going to channel someone, you're doing pretty well if you want to channel Elizabeth Taylor. So this premiere went incredibly well, and no doubt over the next few weeks we'll be talking a lot more about it. It all culminates, of course, in Sydney when both those stars arrive for the Australian launch.
Yeah, we've got a grab here. Let's go to that.
Tell me about this necklace.
Elizabeth Taylor's necklace. It's the Taj Mahal diamond that Richard Burton gave it to her, and I don't know, there's something kind of Kathy and Heathcliff about Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor in my mind, so it felt appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason she kind of ditched the cape. As she got onto the red carpet, there was some early pics there, as you could see, but once she was actually on the red carpet with the media, she decided to ditch the red cape. But either way, she still looked absolutely brilliant.
The dress was Schiaparelli, if anyone wants to.
I was going to say, it looks like a Schiaparelli. All right, Pete, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Pete. We'll see you later.